Looking for the best neighborhoods in Iowa City? Well, you're in the right place. I often have clients that are moving to the Iowa City area and they're really not sure which neighborhood or which community they want to focus their home search on. That's normal because they just aren't familiar with the Iowa City area. Today, I'm going to break down the major areas of Iowa City in order to help you determine what would be the best fit for your next home. Welcome back to my channel. My name's Emily Farber and I'm a realtor with Lepicrager Realtors in Iowa City, Iowa. I create videos on YouTube and publish them every Friday, all about Iowa City and real estate. My goal is to always create better educated buyers and sellers, so I would love to have you join me. Be sure to hit the subscribe button down below, and pro tip, ring the bell. That way you'll be notified every time I publish a new video. I wouldn't want you to miss anything. One more thing, if you're thinking about relocating to Iowa City, be sure to download my free relocation guide. The link for that is in the description box right below this video. The greater Iowa City area is more than just Iowa City. When people say Iowa City, what they're often referring to is Iowa City, Coralville, North Liberty, and Tiffin, which are all growing communities that share at least one border with each other. Today's video is going to focus all on Iowa City, and future videos I'll dive deeper into Coralville, North Liberty, and Tiffin. Iowa City, in many people's minds, is divided to the west side and the east side, with the Iowa River being that dividing line between the two. Additionally, each side of Iowa City is broken down into other distinct geographic areas or neighborhoods. East side homes near downtown and north end homes on the north side of Iowa City are going to be mostly older character homes. This was the area of Iowa City that was developed first. These tight-knit, quaint neighborhoods are often loved by people who want to be close to the downtown area for work or entertainment and culture reasons, or people who want to live near the east side of the University of Iowa campus. Many people love the trees and the alleyways, not to mention the walkability and bikeability of these neighborhoods. Home prices will vary in these neighborhoods, and often the homes are a bit smaller, although there are a few streets with pretty grand homes, such as Summit. Home prices in 2019 in these areas have ranged from the upper 100,000s for a small home that probably needs quite a bit of updating, to some pretty grand and stately homes who have seen high quality renovations selling for upwards of $600,000. If you love the look of older homes, but not so much the upkeep of them, you may want to consider the Peninsula Neighborhood, which is a unique neighborhood in Iowa City. It is a planned mixed-use neighborhood built off the principles of new urbanism. All of the homes in the area have been built with pretty strict design standards, so they all look like throwbacks to a bygone era. The neighborhood is very pedestrian-centric, so you won't find any driveways at the front of houses. Driveways are all in the rear, off of alleyways, and garages are in the rear of the homes. Yard space in the peninsula is very small, but there is a dog park in that neighborhood for people who have dogs that need a bit more space to run. Condos and townhomes tend to start around the $200,000 mark, and single-family homes in this neighborhood begin at around $300,000. Heading east into Iowa City, you'll find many neighborhoods with homes built in the 50s, 60s, and 70s. Iowa City started developing close to downtown and then headed eastward. The architectural styles in these neighborhoods will vary, but most likely include ranches, split foyers, and traditional two-story homes. One of the great things about East Side neighborhoods is that they are often walking distance to schools, and they are pretty quiet neighborhoods. You're just far enough out from the downtown campus area that the rental load won't be too much. Because housing prices in Iowa City are more expensive than a lot of people realize, many of these East Side neighborhoods offer nice-sized homes at price points that make people comfortable. A modest home in one of these East Side neighborhoods that maybe needs a bit of updating is probably going to start around $150,000. Larger homes that have been updated are going to run up to the upper to mid 300,000s, with possibly a few running even higher. On the very far east of Iowa City, you'll find some of the newer, still growing neighborhoods in our area. These homes are modern architectural styles. If you're looking for a home on the east side of Iowa City that's less than 20 years old, you're probably going to end up looking on the far east side. This area of town also offers some condos and townhome options for people. Small condos in this area start at around $120,000, and modest single-family homes are going to begin around $270,000, with larger, more nicely appointed homes running up to around $600,000. Homes on the southeast side of Iowa City were established in neighborhoods beginning in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. Home styles in this area are much like the rest of the east side of Iowa City, with ranches, 2 stories, and split foyers being common. These slightly older homes in Iowa City are some of the most affordable housing in the greater Iowa City area, with prices beginning around $125,000, although at that price you should probably expect some updating. Newer homes on the southeast side of Iowa City near the Terry Trueblood Recreation Center are going to run around $300,000. If you're looking for a small condo in order to downsize, or maybe it is a starter home for you, there are some condos on the southeast side of Iowa City that you can get into right around $100,000. Much of the west side of Iowa City saw its development happen later than the near downtown east side of Iowa City. The style of these homes will be similar to the styles you find on the east side of Iowa City, but the price point may be a bit higher. You won't really find a concentration of older homes on the west side of Iowa City like you do on the east side, except for perhaps Manville Heights and parts of University Heights. Manville Heights, which is near City Park, has some real stunners. They were grand homes when they were built, and because of top-notch upkeep and renovations, they continue to be highly desirable homes for people who want to live close to the West Side campus and the downtown area, not to mention the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics and the VA hospital. Homes in Manville Heights tend to start around $300,000 and can go upwards of $1 million. University Heights is an area that a lot of people focus on when they first get to town here because of its very close proximity to the West Side campus and Kinnick Stadium, as well as the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics. Homes in University Heights range from older, modest ranch-style homes to bungalows, all the way up to very modern, very sleek condos. The price point for University Heights is steeper than a lot of other areas, but that's what happens when you have a prime location. The east and the west side of Iowa City have great neighborhood options, price points, and home styles. What is the best neighborhood for you really depends upon what you're looking for in your next house. In order to get down to the brass tacks of what is going to make the best neighborhood for you, you really need to get clear on what are your priority items, whether that is distance to your job, distance to school, shopping opportunities, distance to the interstate for travel purposes. It's going to be different for each person. So be sure to check out this video I did here all about making the right choice when choosing your next home. Hey, remember, if you're thinking about moving to the Iowa City area, be sure to download that relocation guide. I've left the link in the description box down below. And if you think a detailed in-person conversation would really help kickstart your home search, I would be happy to chat with you. Be sure to give me a call, text, or email. All of my contact information is, you got it, right down there in the description box. Hey, thanks so much for joining me on today's video. It's been fun, and I'll catch you next time.